Hi. I finished this one, Colm Toibin's House of Names, that I picked up the other day in a charity shop. And when I picked it up, I just picked it up because of the author, as I just read Brooklyn and Long Island. And I didn't realise until I got it home and read the blurb that it was all to do with Greek mythology, that it was almost a retelling of Agamemnon, Clytemnestra, Elektra, Orestes. I didn't realise that when I initially picked it up. And if you follow my channel, you know me and Greek myth retellings. I lap them up. So, this one, it's told in 3 points of view. We've got Clytemnestra, Elektra and Orestes. And it's the story of love, no, not love, loss, betrayal and power, I suppose, and a dysfunctional family. The story's well known. I mean, if you're into Greek mythology, the story's well known. Agamemnon sacrifices his daughter Iphigenia to try and get good wins. His wife Clytemnestra, she plots revenge because of the murder of her daughter, and as soon as he returns after the war, she kills him. And then her other two children, Elektra and Orestes, plot to get revenge on her. So it's a story of revenge. In this tale, though, if you sort of look at the Greek myths that we all know, Orestes is very, very much the weaker link, the weaker sibling. And there's almost it's a reimagining. Rather than a retelling, it's a reimagining. And he has this friend Leander who doesn't appear in any of the Greek myths that I've read, and he relies heavily on him. Points of view, Clytemnestra and Elektra are in first person, but Orestes is in the third person, which gives you almost a distance between him and yourself. And there's also a chunk on the kidnap of Orestes. In the myth, he's sent away for safety. Slightly different in this one. It dwells, there's a huge chunk about his kidnap and his escape and his return to the house of Atreus, to his sister. For me, Clytemnestra is the strongest character. You see a woman plotting, and you see a woman losing her faith in the gods. The gods had taken her daughter from her, really. They told Agamemnon to sacrifice her, so she's lost faith in the gods. And then you've got her grief and her anger. And I must say, the scene in here when Iphigenia sacrificed, I haven't read such a harrowing scene. I haven't read that in such harrowing detail before. It's one of the most harrowing interpretations that I've read. Orestes, in the beginning, he's the child. He's the little boy. He's always wanting to play sword fighting with the guards, with his father. And he can't understand why he's taken away. And then you see the child growing, and you see him almost being manipulated by people around him, particularly his sister. And Elektra, I didn't really engage with her. I'm not quite sure why. There was something about her that I didn't engage with. But once Orestes returns, he's almost sidelined. There are changes to the myth that, the well-known myth. The author sort of reimagined different elements of it. But sadly, I don't know why I couldn't engage with Elektra. I just didn't. So for Greek myths, I mean, there are other retellings of different myths, and I've just been able to sort of step in and immerse myself fully in them. This one didn't so much. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed reading it, but I think it was all to do with the character of Elektra. It stopped me thoroughly sort of wrapping myself up in it. I'd love to know what other people think. Anyway, that's this one. So, I'm still waiting for the library to hand me more books. So happy reading. Take care.